Huh, we didn't play a
So
ping.
I was offline for like half a minute.
Didn't play a ping. Yeah, I was just like, start before the bub get here or after the bub get here. But the bub got here, chat, and now we play Alien Game.
Well, so the Steam's done updating.
Pass Kibs, no! There.
Yes.
Had another tab open, so I heard myself a little bit.
Your mom's a tab.
Sometimes pass Kibs.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Tries to
It's supposed to mean
speak to
something.
me. And I hate it.
Speaketh to your inner demons, Kyle.
See ya Thieves Friday, Bubs. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bub's like, Bub shit.
Probably download that game at some point.
You probably should. It's kind of fucking gargantuan.
How gargantuan?
67 gigs, I think.
That's not exactly gargantuan.
It's kind of chunky for what it is.
Battlefront 2 was bigger.
No, it's not, Bubs. He's like, what it is, though. See, in order to beat Bubbles, chat, you just need to tell him he's wrong, regardless of how many facts he presents. Because he can't do anything about it. Except sit there.
I mean, you're going to make yourself look like an idiot.
Bubbles like, it doesn't matter because I win the moral victory.
The factual victory. It's the only one that matters.
Look at this game, chat. It's a game. Oh my god, it's a game. It's loading. 20th Century Studios allowed this to be licensed out to Focus Home Interactive, which I'm not too surprised. 20th Century Studios. No, Warner Brother Games is the other company. Did you see the Cathay thing?
Why would I?
I watched it because I'm curious. Because when I shit on Total War, I want to be actually right when I'm doing it. And so the thing is, right? They're like, let's make Cathay. It's like, okay. What should we do? Let's make it Chinese. Okay, a bit unoriginal, but whatever. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense within the lore.
It always was.
Well, not really, because it's not really established. But it makes sense considering what it kind of alludes to it being.
Well, let's try to extend it upon. That's
like,
what it always was.
It's whatever, right? So it's like moving on past that. And it's like, alright, it's like, let's make them identical to China. And then you look at it and you're like, is that Three Kingdom assets? Is that Three Kingdom? I swear to God, half the stuff I'm like, that looks like Three Kingdoms, really? Like, I couldn't honestly tell you the difference. I wouldn't be surprised if they copy-pasted a bunch of shit. So cheap.
Okay, let's see if the game is willing to launch this time. No.
What? Oh, Bubs. If I do it like that, then check me out. Bubs, launch the game. Chat, fuck your ears. There. Fixed my mic, I think.
Steam Maps. Can I launch you from here? Probably not, but can I try?
Look at that Chad run and shoot. He's like hip fire, motherfucker.
Which one do you belong to?
F. Press It donates a generous $5. Say, have room for one more? Yeah, we generally keep the streams to the people in it because of, well, it just causes issues and problems. Appreciate the offer, though. Actually, this policy is basically started from an embarrassing incident that we can actually talk about. Bubbles, do you remember when we played Don't Starve Together?
Yes, Kyle, I do, and I remind you occasionally.
Bubbles hates this. So, our policy for this actually started there. And the reason why it started there was because there was like a person in chat, and I was like, oh, you know, whatever, sure, you can come play. Like, whatever. That's back when we were much smaller, too.
No, it wasn't in chat.
Was it on chat?
Met him in EDF.
Oh, we met him in EDF. I was like, whatever, like, you can come join us, or whatever. Like, it didn't really bother us, because back then we were smaller, and we were also super, like, niche, right? I mean, fuck, we're like 6K, so it's like, we're still super fucking niche. And so that's where that started. Because that person joined, and it didn't really realize this at the time. I'm like, are you like fucking 12? Because he was fucking annoying little bratty kid, right? And he got really like, he just wouldn't shut the fuck up. And so, I don't remember what his age was. But I do remember that he was, oh my god, absolutely annoying. It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. And so ever since then, we do that. Not because we think other people might be, it's just an all policy we have because we just want to avoid that. The second reason is mic quality. People complain about it. We already have a mic differential between the different people that we have on board right now. Which, if I ever become rich, I'll just simply buy everyone top-of-the-line shit. But until that happens, probably not. But that's where that starts. Oh, it was such a terrible thing. And Bubbles will never let me live it down, too. Little piece of shit. He needs to move on. It's called letting it go, Bubbles.
I'll never move on.
Bubbles is like, I hate Don't Starve Together. I hate Don't Starve Together. Honestly, every time I think of playing that game, I think of that whiny kid now. I'm dreaming of a whiny, horrible nightmare. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. That was back when Meowsy was super active.
That's a long time ago.
If we do like community events, we'll still play with people. It's just we now specifically set it aside to community events. And community events are specially organized if they're streamed so that we don't have that issue ever occur again. It also prevents what we have the, we had a couple times, not that much, only 3 times during the Battlefront 2 thing, I think, and once during Team Fortress 2, where somebody would just come in and scream to troll. It was super low effort. It was like, okay. Like, they come in and they just yell into their microphone. And then we just, like, ban them. It's like, okay, that was... Like, you didn't really achieve much. It was mildly amusing. But yes. And the policy for streaming, if we do community events, is generally that the stream team, so to speak, is in a separate room. But we normally then delegate a moderator to actually being in the stream room, or the community event room. That way the community event doesn't have like somebody come in and try to sabotage it, because there are people that do that. Though not very many. Honestly, it's like such a rarity. It's barely worth mentioning on the fact that it happened like 3 or 4 times that I can remember. Fairman might remember more, but honestly, I think that was it. And that was over the course of a long time too. So
under my authority,
you gonna invite me, Bobos? Oh, you did. Nice.
I did invite you.
Thanks. Oh, that's right. I didn't have the fucking notifications on.
Good job. Don't worry, Carl. You know what I had to do to get this to work?
What?
Reinstall Visual Studio.
Okay.
It was already installed. I just had to go download and install it again. And I realized that I was installing it again when it said Visual Studio Copy 1 when I was downloading it.
Ban Kyle from everything because he is Arch adjacent and Arch is Sargon adjacent. You know, when Arch did the first time he came out doing the thing, we actually lost, I think, 100 subs. Because we were associated with Arch and people are apparently that sensitive. It's like, you're friends with Arch who talked to Sargon? I'm unsubscribing. And it's like, okay. It was not that. Like, it was like... I don't even know if it was 100. Fuck, do you remember, Bubs? Were you there? It was
No.
a pretty large amount of people considering how tiny we were back then. But it was like one of those instances where it was like, okay. Like, shoot yourself.
You're gonna have to deal with lag until Windows is done downloading stuff.
The best part is I'd never even spoken to Sargon except for that one time during that, or wait, no, 2 times during that, when Arch was like, hey, can you, like, make Sargon think I'm cool? And he comes into the room, right? And, like, the first thing I'm like, my dad likes your content. My dad has no idea who he is. He's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, I'm so lying through my teeth. I'm so lying.
Oof,
He has no idea who you are, actually. I don't even know who you are, to be honest.
I'm sure you got him real good there, Kyle.
It was a really hard effort. Look, I had to improvise. I didn't know that Arch was trying to impress this dude. That was before him and Sargon became friends. All I had known is this is some British dude. At least I thought he was British because of his accent at the time. And I turned out
Very nice British.
Then there was some other
Cool
dude
from Swindon
who was squeaky in Romanian. And that was V.
Some contingency plan by Weyland Yutani. Now Esther's seeing gravity and power distortions under the surface of LV-895. You're
Bubbles,
going back
fix your
into the
character,
ruins
you're
to find the
hideous!
source.
Ah! Yeah. What did Sargon do? I don't know. We played an RP a little bit. Arch got mad at him during that because Sargon was like, I want to go kill orcs to level up. And Alda got mad because like nobody was role-playing, and so he just quit. Or he stopped showing up. And so it was Sargon, V, and me for like 2 days. And then Sargon left because I don't remember, actually. I'm not sure if Arch kicked him out or if he left of his own accord. Because Arch was getting annoyed. I know Arch was getting annoyed by the orc thing. Because we had just done that for no reason. I could go into the orc thing. Because during the first season, the very, very unaired first thing, there's 3 things of Lurking Hunger. First one was with, I think, was it the first one with Sargon and me? I have to ask Aldog, he'll remember. Either way.
Wow, this sounds like you talked to Sargon a lot more than just the 2 times.
Yeah, it was 2 times. Because it was 2 sessions. Or was it 2 sessions or 3? It didn't last very long.
We need to locate the anomaly. I got Esther and Doc Honecker on
I remember
the line
we
for
got in
assist.
several fights, though.
Just speaking of this. Okay.
Fights.
Yeah.
Hello.
Arguments. He was like, let's go kill orcs. I'm like, okay. And then, like, he's like, I don't want to go outside of the tank. And no one else is going to scout. And so I went outside because nobody else would, right? And there was a Catachon frog. Now, we all know that that's not a good thing. That's not a good... We survived that incident somehow. I'm still at a loss to what exactly happened. We get to the place, we do an ambush thing. It turns out we encounter rebels instead of orcs, which is whatever. They are AA guns or something like that. But the worst part is our mission was to do, like, recon. So Sargon's like, let's do a frontal assault. It went horribly wrong. They basically ended up abandoning me. Meowsy was still there, though. Which was nice, because Meowsy, that's when Meowsy and I became good friends. Because Meowsy was the person who was like, no, let's not abandon the guy you told to go out there by himself to snipe them. And then you decided to run away because your plan sucked. So they drove back on Meowsy's order, because Meowsy was like, if you don't go back and pick him up, I'm throwing your ass out of the fucking Chimera. And I was like, hell yeah. And then Meowsy and I did bro fists when I got back in. But my legs were snapped. So, you know, whatever. Because they got shot. I don't know how my legs kept breaking. Because in the next Lurking Hunger thing we tried after that ended, because that lasted a while with V and Aldog and Meowsy still. But, like,
Might we investigate?
my leg broke because we crash landed.
Don't linger.
Then we did it
Bad
again.
weirdness underground,
And then, like,
remember?
I fucking slipped and fell, and then I broke my leg again. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Then we did the actual Lurking Hunger thing, the one that everyone knows about. And Aerith's leg gets pummeled by a fucking giant monster and breaks. Oh my god, it's always my legs. They snap off all the time.
Perhaps
Never
I can
trust
recover
Arch.
its final directives.
Fortunately, they
He
have
always
stopped.
goes for the legs.
They've stopped
They're
breaking
swarmed
now.
from behind.
Give it time.
It's true. First time Karsnick gets in real shit, his legs are gonna break, I swear to God. Kill them. Kill the bugs.
Working on it.
Kill them faster, chunkums.
It's a prowler.
That flamethrower turret, though. What difficulty are we
Well
playing
about
on?
it. Normal. See, unlike you, I didn't just go off and play on my own.
What do you mean? I'm just asking. I need to know if I should shoot you or not.
You can
Are you
shoot
sure?
me as much as you want.
I feel like I'm getting shot by somebody. That isn't a bug. Shoot me, Bubs. Okay. It's just my imagination.
Perished.
It is your
Cynthia
imagination.
had her forces
I was like,
scan
oh, Bubs, come
carvings
here.
throughout the complex.
Is there something for you to
Busy.
pick up over here?
Can you read them?
We gotta find Bubs the intel, because I think you get extra XP or something. Is it over here? No.
Nope. I already checked around here.
Also, gotta look for the extra looty boxes. Only Hans
I
knows
know.
where they spawn, because I have no idea.
If you didn't notice, we picked them up last time.
No, I'm just saying, for future reference.
I don't think this guy. I think that was proven last time we played Carl.
No, I know, Bubs. I'm just restating what we know, Bubs.
The wall.
Steven Best says, like, you damn right. See, if I keep saying it, you're rewarding me. Like, I'm gonna do it more like. No, you know, like,
Drop a LiDAR
now
scanner
give me
for
more
us.
money.
She can work on a translation
Like
Like
later.
what?
What are you talking about, Numadon? I've been talking to Chan.
8 kids here.
But have you been answering chat?
Mm-hmm. I have. I've been making fun
Outside
of
of
cheeseburger.
just now.
Massively. There, more looty boxes. Chick. Shut up, Numadon. Now that we put the fucking filthy Polak in his place. The subhuman, as they're called. It's like, my people!
There is a commonality.
Storm Raven says, hi all, looking forward to watching the RP this Sunday. And could be worse, you could have summoned someone Oxo Yodel or Nakai, the Wanderer, lol. I don't know what either of those are.
They're things, I think.
Okay, Bub's real helpful. I think they might be a thing.
I think there might be some
Kill 'em.
Warhammer things.
Kill 'em, Bubs!
Working on it. Eh, no shock. Fuck off. Oh, alien's allowed.
Steven says, okay then. Okay, that was a joke. But thank you for the Danish kroners. Appreciate it.
Then third turret does work wonders until it dies.
See, I blame our English teacher. Was it English teacher? I don't remember. They're like, we need to substitute the word when people use. And it's like, okay. Or not substitute, but stop using it. But basically what it ended up happening is we just used, like, other words instead.
Which
See?
word?
Like. Like
Ah.
is the word that I ended up using. Instead of I'll be like, okay. And he was all like, and you were all like,
In place of...
ah,
Ah,
filler word. Filler sound. If you just remove it, your sentence structure will sound pretty normal.
not sure if is a word, but okay.
Is a word in my vocabulary. Was. And now, it isn't. Because Bubbles is a woman. The question is, how attractive is Bubbles, chat? That is up to chat to decide.
Dangerously attractive.
Dangerously potent attractiveness. Oh my god.
You know, the flamethrower turret,
You know, you
actually
have to
pretty
get
good.
tired of this shit.
Yeah, no, it's actually stunningly effective.
I have my gripes about using it because fire and your flamethrower. But the thing is, I could just put the flamethrower turret somewhere and shoot somewhere else. So it's fine. I don't need to see where it's shooting.
I'm gonna need some special speed and Adderall. Listen, I'm already going at 1,000 miles per hour. It's hard.
Carl's already special. He doesn't need more special.
There's a problem when you go too fast. Sometimes when you go too fast, you're like, wait, what was I thinking about again? Because you get ahead of yourself.
Focus on the spinner's car.
I'm trying. I'm gonna grab some more ammo.
How did they get human tech to work with
You
this
do
door?
that.
Clearly, Weyland-Yutani studied this complex for years.
Doors generally tend to use electricity.
Grabbing ammo.
Doors open. Get moving.
Andrew Jackson donates 3 Australian dollar dues. Thank you for the donation. We got hostiles. Oh shit. Oof.
That happens.
It's only 3.
Okay.
They just come in to try to nip at our heels. Whoa.
Sergeant, it is possible Cynthia's interest in these carvings is related to the anomaly.
Speaking of nipping at our heels.
Fire team, scan the carvings fast.
Scan the
Be ready for
carvings,
bugs.
Bubbles!
Hey, you do that.
Sentry deployed.
These do not seem related to the
Man, I hope they
previous
had more... What's the word?
Things.
Xenos
Things.
got riled again.
I just don't know what. Really.
Boom. We need to add predators.
As like a little spin-off sort of thing for like a side mission. Could be kind of cute.
They already added so much Prometheus and Covenant stuff that they might as well.
Xenos, on
They might as well go down the AVP route.
I mean, they already have like AVP aliens, so. But I'm pretty sure only show up in AVP, so.
I mean, I think they
My
added them
kind
for
as
getting
well.
more alien diversity so that there was more
Yes,
than
they
just...
did, but they did add them.
That's true. The Predator universes frequently crossovered with the aliens.
It is. It's not canon. Well, it's canon one way.
Yeah, pretty much. In the spin-off series.
I think it might actually be canon in Predator. But not Alien.
Yep. Makes sense.
secure.
Keep the
Resume
prequel
your
filth out,
advance.
says Uncle Touchy.
Actually, I'm going to take a peek around
So,
for
was that a library
Intel.
or tomb record? They
Don't
wanted
look
those
like this any.
columns to be read.
Honestly, them adding the prequel stuff to the video game is fine for me.
Fundamental question, Doctor.
Because what it does is it simply just adds more variety of enemy types.
It's not the end of the world.
This game isn't like super spooky or serious or anything like that. It's an action game. So I'm actually okay with that. Now if this was one of those let's try to be accurate like Alien Isolation things, then it would kind of matter more.
Fine. Last
This
one.
is basically
Then we focus
just
on the
fan
big
service the
anomaly.
game.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know
It's
what?
like, hey, you
I
like
bought it.
alien stuff? You like shooting stuff?
You want Colonial Marines finally to be good? Yeah?
It's got
Okay,
an
here's
ass-load
a
of
game for you.
carvings.
It's like, finally! I can play as a Colonial Marine without wanting to commit suicide.
Those jars.
This is the room with references. Look, chat. It's the
The canisters.
Prometheus
Disappeared in previous
reference.
sets.
Wah. I always thought this was
Disappeared in
stupid as
previous
fuck,
sets.
though.
Look elsewhere.
Which part of this?
All of it.
Because There's a lot of parts about this you could think are stupid.
Like the fact that the canisters just look like little pottery jars.
I mean, why not? What else should they look like?
I don't
I have
know, a
logged
bomb
the
or
number of
something.
characters. We still require a key to translate them.
Am, are you feeling okay? Or should I say, Mouse, are you feeling okay?
Probably isn't. I hear the flamethrower turret just whoosh whoosh. But I'm not seeing anything coming from that side.
Watch out for the
Ah, I see one of them rounding around.
Bubs.
It's Prowler. What car?
Do I do something?
Hey, check this.
You say my name and then you start
I figured it
mumbling
out.
to yourself.
Get eyes on
Look,
me.
Bub, a vagina on the wall.
That's nice. Kind of busy dealing with things.
Bubs, vagina always takes precedence.
Me?
The jars. That's what the pathogen came stored in.
We know.
The experiments we ran, the mutations, all from those.
We know.
But there's so few. And
He's like, how did
empty.
you can't know that
Where's
though?
the
I
rest?
think we know it already.
I saw the movie.
Yeah, we did. We did too. You want the flesh alien as a boss? Oh my god.
Wouldn't mind that.
You know what? That'd be alright with me. Maybe they'll add it as an expansion map pack or something.
Rearming. Floyd.
I'd be cool with that. More alien slock.
Huh. That's
fine.
different.
The game's called Aliens, not Alien. That's what I always make the big point of difference between these.
Mm-hmm.
Acid spitters, don't sit and gawk.
Turns out, if humanity just used weapons on Bugoos, Bugoos just fucking sort of die.
Yeah. It's almost like Bullet has power.
It's almost like when you play this game, you realize that the whole plot that they use this as a biological weapon to like overtake an entire planet with these like parasitic life forms is actually the stupidest tactic ever.
Well, the goop is more dangerous than the xenomorph.
Yeah, the goop is airborne, or it can be airborne.
Can become. I think the idea is that it's supposed to be highly adaptive,
Yeah.
and then it
Insufficient
adapts into
data to speculate.
xenomorphs somehow, some why.
Yeah, that's really weird. Like, based on how the weapon sounds like it should work, is that it just basically tears down, like, it breaks apart your DNA and everything. Like, you just fall apart.
There's Wayland equipment around it.
And that's kind of horrifying as a biological weapon. The alien xenomorph thing being a thing is like a weird byproduct. An unintended byproduct.
Boom.
The door head's sealed.
Chad, do you
Check
like
the
the wall
Wayland
vaginas? Yes, I
Then
like the
Cynthia
wall
did it.
vaginas. They're quite gaping. They look like they've been used. And there's gas coming from them. They're queefing. This makes me very uncomfortable on several different levels.
It looks like someone looked at Giger's work and was like, Vagine. And they were like, yes, that's
Vagine.
correct. That's Giger's work.
The doors are vagines. There's a clit there. Fucking Christ. This is just straight up a vagine.
Yes.
But I'm glad they actually
Wayland
looked at
Yutani
Giger's
has
work to make
interfaced
this
with
stuff.
a non-human instrumentality.
Like, the map's
Yeah,
design's
right
actually
there.
pretty
Control the
good.
doors. Fire
Looks like
team,
it's
bring a
straight out of one of his
connection
art
blaster.
books. Which is kind of cool.
Accessing the Wayland Yutani translation.
Biomechanical Vagine.
Yeah.
There is a remarkable
Black
amount
1917, I realized I squeaked from my home after my foodie road trip. Your what? Ow.
It's Futa road trip.
This food a road trip. boo boo.
Got a big boy.
Mid. Oh.
We got him.
I believe I have found a transliteration. Stand by.
Brother Strad 25 say just wait till you play extreme mode.
Why?
I think that's gonna be a while. We have to unlock that, and I forget what the prerequisite is. But I think you need to not
Probably
only
beat the game.
but you also need to beat Horde mode, if I remember right. If that's the top one.
The door can be
Top one
opened
has two
with console,
prerequisites.
but it requires a series of commands.
Flamethrower still alive.
It
Good.
is still crisping the Xenos.
Really effective. I'll give it that.
It is. Oh shit.
Big Xenos! And surprise, they ain't happy!
Well, it's zapped at least. Got those spitters.
Oh shit.
I believe I have it.
Another one.
Ammo low.
Secure the room!
Whoa. That's gonna hurt. I'm stuck in the corner. Love him. You little spitting cunt.
Indeed.
And they hide behind cover too, so yeah, they actually go out and get them.
That gravity anomaly is getting stronger. Let's see what Cynthia left for us to deal with.
Cynthia's notes
Pick up
contain
turret.
a term for the
Top off
builders
your
of
health,
this
bubs.
facility. Wayland Yutani referred to them as
I'm good.
the engineers.
Kids here.
Esther, you can read the text?
Yes, it is very similar to Proto-Indo-European, a
Rearming.
prehistoric human dialect.
But why? Say, I'm not
Why not?
answering that.
Bypassing damage.
I believe Dr. Honecker finds my conclusions
Did it, Kyle.
distressing.
Mission
Perhaps I have made
complete.
an error.
Dr. Honecker's annoyed that you're figuring out more than you were supposed to figure out. He's like, oh shit.
Why? Why is that, Kyle? Why?
Because
Why?
he's works for Wayland Yutani. Like, he's probably done some unethical bullshit, if I had to guess.
Why?
Because that's normally how this always goes, Bobos!
Why?
I get to return to base, bib.
Why?
Because I can't hit anything else.
Me neither.
Bum 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 bum. Yavik says, hello, Kib. First time viewer coming from Arch here. Good, good. Once you get bickered, you don't get unbickered. It's like, that doesn't make sense. But alright. Once you go bickering, you don't unbunch. This will work one day. But welcome one and welcome all. Don't forget to join the Discord, link in the description. Yes, we're more active there than you'll see us anywhere
Possibly.
else. Not super active right now because fucking worky things. Hopefully Garbwire's being a happy lad. Okay, the reason why it says what no phasers is because that's the previous Twitch stream. I was like, what the fuck?
Kid man.
Hey, well, Wayland, the pathogen.
That's a good decal.
Hey,
I want that decal.
What decal is that?
Did we why?
Hey. Mayday, but
Ah,
Bear.
that's an interesting weapon.
Exactly. Kib, Bubbles, and who else? But on the Bickering Bunch, there are about several other co-hosts that we normally pick from. Bubbles is the primary one. He's my main co-host, slut. Then there's Hands, also known as Ketchup. Bear, also known as Fair Schnancy. Disco. Barch, not surprising. He's here frequently, too. Aldog, he's not here as much. Smoostian, kind of the same bin, a little bit more active than Doog. I'm not missing anyone, am I? I guess the, like, super less seen guests are Kase and Fuzzy. They all have their own icons. You haven't started a mansion, Bib.
I'm looking at stuff.
You're not a leap.
Call me breast Carl. Yeah, I have a new weapon, Carl. Remember when I was complaining about not being able to hit anything?
Yeah.
I replaced my pistol.
With a shotgun pistol?
And now 2 shotguns.
Well, that's kind of cute in a way.
Don't worry, I can't hit shit at range anymore.
Listen, you're a close range specialist. At least the smart gun can actually hit stuff at range.
It can.
Actually, super pinpoint accurate. Holy shit. That's startling. How accurate that is.
I don't know what we found under LV-895, who built that place, or what it's for. The distortions and anomalies Cynthia started are still growing. Something's warming up. We need to know what. Get down there and find out.
You're not just the meme of it.
Black 1917 donates $5. Say a foodie road trip is when you go to a different restaurants and eateries in a specific area or along specific route, sampling all the food. Black 1917 weighs 10,000 tons. That's all I got out of that. He's a hungry boy.
I'm wondering what this has to do with photos.
Thank you for the donation, Black. I hope you're full to the brim.
The gravitational anomaly continues to intensify. Locating the source is imperative.
You know, this is imperative.
Frosty,
Your
we know there's
mother.
Xenos. God knows what else Cynthia had.
And that alien equipment. Who knows what it does? Be careful.
Wow, the alien equipment bits. Wow, oh my god,
Wow.
lure.
Look, a clitoris.
Oh my god, that's one fucking big clit right there. Holy shit. That's,
I was talking about that. I was talking about
that
this
could
one.
be a clit. Or a phallic penis. Geiger's one horny motherfucker.
Giger.
Giger. Look, he could be a Geiger counter if he wanted to. Because he's dead. He had that very Eastern European look to him.
It was Austrian. No, Swiss. Not Austrian.
It was some.
Yeah.
He has a little bit of a chubby face, if I remember right. I know for a fact, though, that he was super pissed off with aliens, if I remember right. Was it aliens? I don't remember.
I remember.
I know that they basically, like, fucking... No, there's some sketchy stuff going on behind the scenes.
There always is.
Secure.
As much as I like aliens, I would prefer them to be respectful to
What
the
are we
work.
looking at in here, Doc?
But they're gonna milk
Could
the
be,
evolution shit out of it now that he's
but that
gone.
Structure.
And to
I
be
have
fair,
no
I think they
idea.
bought the rights for it, so it's not like he can say much.
I mean, Aliens wasn't particularly respectful to Alien, so...
No, it wasn't. It was an action schlocky movie. about a horror monster. Don't get me wrong, I really like Aliens, but not because it's an alien movie, but because it's like, I like to think of it as a different IP with like the same monster. Or same monster.
Definitely different.
Wow!
Because it really
In
is.
everything.
different.
Hey, here come our little friends!
And then I like to consider every other movie after that not canon or remotely related to anything for that matter.
The Horror 3 is... It's in a weird spot.
It's an ugly movie that tried to be something but failed.
It's got good elements.
That doesn't make it like that's like Revenge of the Sith though. Like I like Revenge
Yes.
of the Sith, but it's not a good movie.
Alien 3 has Tywin Lannister.
I hate Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but he's a good actor still.
He's a good actor, yes. And I hate the fact that that's
Warrior.
what we remember him. Because I don't know his name. Like that's what I would say too.
Is it like something dancing?
Kib, why are you actually a cat trap? I'm not though. So a long time ago there was a vote in our YouTube channel to change the mascot,
Just
post
detected
lurking
a burst
hunger.
of 511 kilo electron volt
Aerith
gamma rays in an
unsurprisingly won.
horrific anomaly.
And I was actually alright with that, because
Sounds like
Aerith was
something
actually cool.
just turned on.
Well, cool.
There was a self-insert, you mean?
No, Aerith is not a self-insert. As much as Bub's protest.
I love getting the double whammies with the shotgun.
I have a higher IQ than Aerith. Therefore,
IQ.
shut up.
Ambush.
That means I'm smurder, Bub.
Charles Dance, that was his name, yeah. That was close.
Bub, get him!
Radar is
Good.
worthless. Places one big
Like
return.
that?
Yeah. Bub, blue box. I got a beanie headset.
Swift eject mag.
Oh! It just sort of descended.
What the hell? Are those Xenos?
Margle.
Like how they're trying to take advantage of the game's lighting to like show like silhouettes to build up suspense towards it. Like they're putting in the
Clean
effort.
out the Xenos first.
Like, Aliens still had horror-ish elements.
Hey, hold up and listen.
Sorta, yeah.
Rearming.
Just nowhere on the
I will
near
try
on
to
the same
acquire a
scale.
facility layout. Hit only the controls I specify.
Hit earn the controls you specify. Okay, mash
Left,
button.
Center right, center top. Analyzing output. Stand by.
The best part is they will actually go for the turret.
They will. And they'll burn to death doing it. Damn, it can turn fast. Like whoop, whoop.
Look top
Oh,
side.
good boy.
That turret's well worth it though.
Oh yeah. It's great stuff. It's also not dead yet.
Which is good.
So they're not coming here, so I'm just gonna move over to it.
Hans asks if you're enjoying the
I'm
flame
coming.
turret.
I am. It's pretty solid.
Big nasty.
Crusher.
Ah shit.
It's playing with it. Never mind, it's not playing with the turret anymore.
Come on, Bubbles. Boom. There we go.
I could only
I don't know if you
find
noticed, but we do more damage now.
Please head
Yes,
up the ramp.
it's because your card. I didn't read exactly what it did. But it increased our damage, but I think we're slower.
Half the fire rate, but twice the damage.
Xenos ahead, coming over the bridge.
Coming over the bridge, you say? Well,
The mutator's working out for the best, I think.
yes. Ah, really? That we said it? Oh, God, put it down. God damn it! Why did you do that game?
You okay, babe?
Game me stupid. I'm really feeling it on the pump though.
Tell us about who built this
The
place?
fire rate is slow now.
Yeah.
My smart gun just feels like it does more damage and lasts longer. I don't mind it.
I wonder how much.
I mean, it just lasts longer. That's really the only difference at this point.
Rinra Wonder donates a generous $2 today. Do you plan to try intense or extreme difficulty? Yeah, might as well. First, we need to beat the game, though.
I saw no
We'll probably do another playthrough on intense, and then another playthrough
Local life?
on extreme.
Or
Scale it
rats.
up like that.
Hollis Station had rats.
But I think that's the way these kinds of games are generally intended to be
It
played.
is.
Multiple playthroughs with scaling difficulty. Because I'm enjoying the gameplay loop for this so far.
Pitter patter, pitter patter.
Yeah, it's simple. Move to room, fight horde of enemy, move to room, do it again. But you know what? It's enjoyable. And they haven't added, like, ridiculously spongy things. So these are gonna get...
Well, the heavies were kind of ridiculously spongy.
It's a nice distraction while we're busy also trying to fight off a horde of little tiny dudes.
Tack, tack, tack. See, you're noticing it's slower now with that gun.
Yep.
Alien, not so smart. Alien jumping from the shotgun.
There is an unusual power signature
Thank you for the
nearby,
donation.
similar to emissions within the anomaly. Might you set up a scanner? The structure
I
on
hope
the
there's
ceiling.
ammo. So, oh,
Over the
over here,
scanner.
man. Ammo.
Hold that, Xenos incoming.
Ouch.
What?
It's still falling.
More on your ass.
It died.
I shot it.
Oh, wait. If you watch that section on the stream, Bubs, if you ever get a chance, it fell to the planet, it kept falling, and then it died.
Nice.
Is that's what happened on my screen? It's just like, I'm gonna jump down, and it's like, I jumped through the wood.
Biological
Yeah.
energy capacity.
I will say, with this double damage, shotgun's a really good long-range weapon.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We're near the end of the layout Esther grabbed. Use the
Farthest left, center right, center top. Stand by. Recording.
I think there's more of them coming. Boom. You doing yourself over there?
Let's get in the spitters. Owie.
Grabbing ammo.
Hey, stop that.
Again.
Is there an auto shotgun? Asks Alan Zaki.
There probably is.
Ah, she's modest. A good university department would take months to do that.
I have not. Mostly because I haven't played that class.
Wow, okay, Rip.
What?
There was a prowler here.
Patching up.
Was. One shot, it was gone.
Nice. The increased damage is notable. to say the least.
Very much so.
The map seems to label the section ahead Basket of the Heavenly Traveler.
Uh-huh.
That sounds special.
We must be missing some context. Can I see?
Whoosh. Ah, you shit. They still can at least fire fairly quickly, at least.
Flamethrower's got that nice and burnt.
Oh. I wonder if the playthrough also does double damage. It'd be kind of great.
Looks like a control center.
I wonder, Carl, stand still.
No, careful. That's an anthropomorphic assumption.
Yavik donates 10 euros to say, Gib spiel on your game. I have known that you're on it forever, but never heard anything about it. Well, our game is a tactical turn-based role-playing game in which you take control of a party of characters, and as far as the combat functionality goes, and you basically move them around on a sort of grid-like map. Our game uses the system that we're calling micro squares. It exists in other games. You probably recognize it if you've ever heard of Dominions, where like a character can take up one square, or you can have multiple characters on a square. Ours is a little bit different in the sense that a single character takes up 4 squares, and so the idea is that characters can actually move better around buildings and corridors and smaller places, because now you have things like half square, or a quarter of a square, not necessarily half square. So it's easier to move around tables and stuff like that. Animations play out in a little like cutscene-like window where you see characters bonk and beat the shit out of each other. And there's a heavy focus on art direction. Took some inspirations from Doom when it came to the portraits, because I've always been a big fan of Doom's damage portrait. And so when characters get their teeth kicked in, they really start looking like they ain't doing so good. Oh no! I just love that sort of wear and tear feel.
It is kind of nice.
I get why not a lot of shooters kept that, because it's actually, like, the UI for Doom is actually kind of terrible. Because it obscures a large portion of the screen.
There's no reason to actually see an icon of your character.
Yeah. But I like it. I like it.
Space.
It works for our game because as far as RPG goes, you control multiple characters, so you're going to have portraits with the characters.
Yep.
Dialogue is something that's on the table to be worked on. Basically, if you're familiar with like Dragon Age or BioWare games where you have like zones, that's kind of how our game works. Like there's a series of zones, and there's quests and combat encounters that take place in these zones. We do have things like, I have plans for dungeons and stuff, but like that's down the road. Right now we're just doing our first zone, which is actually in design right now. Or not design. We're done with design. It's on development. If you've seen Robin's streams, you can see... By the way, Cashew rebranded to Robin.
I heard.
He's Red Robin now. Or,
No idea why, but I heard.
I know why. He wants to take control of his nickname and have like his own one, which I get.
I should have Robin as much of the nickname.
No, not really. That's why I picked Banana Man. It makes more sense. Oh my god, he's eating me! Like he bit me. But yeah, there's a lot of focus. Like I've been talking with a composer. Like we're a tight-knit team, so things are very carefully designed, which is nice. My ears, those things scream so loudly. But
yeah, that was loud.
But yeah, so we have like characters, themes, and they're very reflective of the situation and things like that. It's a very narrative-focused game. It's not like your classic follow CRPG. It's a bit more like pre-script. So it's sort of like in the same sense that you had like characters like Revan or Shepard, but more scripted than that. You have like you take control.
Well,
of the character.
Redone isn't really pre-scripted.
Not really. That's true. Shepard had more of a script going for him.
Yes.
was
Geralt
more of a
does,
fun.
very much so, but we're not quite at that level.
Yeah, no. You take control of a character that already has like a story in a way. That way, it makes more sense for the narrative decisions, and it can be more reflective of the actual world. Plus, when writing like that, I don't know. I just find it more believable when writing it. That it just feels like more natural. It's like, oh yeah, no, like the character would do this, the character would say that. Geralt of Rivia is not a terrible example, but it's not quite good.
That's a very structured one.
Yeah, that's based off an actual, like,
Proper character.
proper character.
I
A
believe
real
inside the
character.
controls.
We still want some influences, like, Ria's got, like, the other characters you take control over have their own sort of, like, compasses, so to speak, but, like, they can
That's a
change.
ship. Right?
It is the source of the gravitational distortions.
Cynthia's asset 0. That's where we're headed.
Since it's so story-focused, how do you handle playtime and replayability?
Likely that the remnants
How
of
do we
Cynthia's
handle
forces
play?
lie ahead.
Oh, I don't even know. The big problem with playtime is that we have to get the combat prototype done to see how long it takes for a single combat encounter to even complete. Then we have to get our first zone constructed for the early testers, when that is one day done in 30,000 years from now, to see how long it takes to complete a zone. As for replayability, the replay value would just be you want to play the game again because you thought it was fun. Our focus, though, is really on the first-time playthrough at the moment, because that's how we're constructing it right now. But, of course, you can make other decisions which will affect the outcomes in different chapters and certain things like that. That's where the replay value comes in. But that is very much down the line, because we are still working on the first zone, which, if you're curious, is the northeastern gate area of Pyria, which it's going to take a while to finish, because there's actually several buildings. It's not one of our bigger zones as planned, but it's pretty hefty. Coconut Tackle says, playtime and replayability is something you work on towards the end, when you're working on content. Generally, yeah. Like, our focus right now is making the combat as fun and interesting as possible, while also getting every system from the design docs implemented mechanically into the game's engine in Unity. That takes time. It's really just one issue at a time. And like replay thing, like that's something we'll worry about way down the line. Our focus right now is making sure that the combat and the combat experience is very thrilling. It's like, wow, it's so action-oriented. Like, it should be good. It's a turn-based game. It can only be so exciting, right? But we want it to be...
You say that.
We want it to be very meaty. Like, I want the sound effects to be good. I want it to be punchy. How about pre-orders?
Punching people is bad.
Who cares? We're not worried about pre-orders right now. Right now, we're worried about making game.
What game?
You little piece of shit, bub.
Go.
Are you happy?
I'm happy with no hair, yes.
You little whore. I can't wait to get my limited edition cards that come with the pre-order. Oh my god. Like... I'm not even thinking about that. Right now I'm thinking about, like, okay, how am I going to construct out, like, this and that? And how is dialogue going to be presented is more of a concern for me. Even though we already have it listed how it should show up. That's down the line. Punching people is good for society. Marksman, you're a pretty violent man.
Punching people is good for a healthy mind.
It's time for Bubbles to get ready for bed because he has work. But that's not necessarily the end of our streaming for tonight. Streaming specifically. That will
It's
be
the end of this stream, though.
Yes. So now it's time to prep the next stream. So we'll still be on for just a second. We'll look at that in a moment.
See, I usually fall asleep to something on YouTube, which is really annoying now because I have to reboot before I can go to bed. I hate you, Kyle.
Why is that my fault?
You think.
Say what?
Kyle's completely lost it.
I'm opening up stuff right now. Say it again.
That requires a lot of patience, I'm sure. A lot of concentration.
It does.
It's your fault, Kyle.
How is it
I
my
have to
fault?
reboot.
Yeah, you have to reboot your computer.
Because you made me get Windows crap.
Firstly, you love Windows 10.
Shit.
He doesn't think that, Chad. He would never. Windows 10 is the epitome of good
Shit.
shit. Yes, exactly. Bubbles, I needed you to get Windows 10 because a lot of these games are exclusive. It's good for you.
I even have an airplane mode.
Bubbles, you must be strong and brave and stuff. I even have an airplane mode. What the fuck does that even mean?
Airplane mode. I bet it'll kill my Wi-Fi if I press it.
Let's create that copy button again. Gotta make a tweet about it. Then we gotta post it in Discord.
I'm gonna get up in 6 hours, so I'm gonna go.
Alright, have a good night, Bob. See you later.
Bye, Kyle. Bye. People in chat.
Bye, babe. Whoops. That didn't work. I was just gonna sit there like a little weird monkey. He said yes. But that or he turned off his computer and it just sort of sits there for an hour. Oop. That felt good. Now, chat, we're going to be transitioning over to the next stream. I'm going to drop a link for you here. And if you have further questions about the game, we can discuss them at length in Troy Total War. Because why? Because that game is so entertaining. So entertaining. Look, I like Troy Total War for one thing. Look, I said it. It's so brainless. I can just talk about anything without thinking about the game. But yes. It's time to transition, so we'll talk more about the game's production and stuff like that over there. So I'll see you guys over there in a second. I dropped a link in the chat, and it's also going to be starting very soon. See you in a second. For those who don't join us, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.